Now, based on our familial experiences with mothers and grandmothers, gold has consistently served as a preferred avenue for women to establish a financial safety net. I have seen this in my family, and in typical Indian families, this has been the case always. Now, Preeti, I would like to bring in your thoughts on the viability of investing in gold as a means to build a substantial retirement fund for women.
So actually, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think when we look at numbers and we typically talk to women in the middle income and lower middle income segment, and we know that there is about $450 billion worth of savings sitting in fixed deposits and gold, right? So for us, I think that it's a very important recognition because I think traditionally the two asset classes that we've seen our parents or our mothers put money in has been fixed deposit and gold. Uh, it's also a huge opportunity for us. I think as a platform, one of the things that we've done is used the fact that women have comfort in investing into gold become their first step towards mutual funds via gold mutual funds or savings funds, right? And trying to explain to them how jewelry is not an investment, and actually putting out numbers and saying that if you invest 1,000 rupees in physical gold or investment or digital gold versus a gold mutual fund, this is how it benefits you. I have to add sovereign gold bonds there as well, if women can put in a gram of gold like an SIP every month. So it's actually a huge opportunity to sort of shift behavior from physical gold, and actually the first step towards investing into mutual funds. I do think that gold should be a part of asset allocation, maybe a very small amount, because we find comfort, because it still remains to be, for example, in the last 1.5 years, gold has given a better return than equities has. So sometimes it's sort of that's sort of the function of any asset class in your portfolio, right? Diversification. But over a long term period, we know that gold hasn't given you, post tax inflation beating returns. Equity is that one asset class that has. Um, but like I keep saying, I think as a woman personally, if I had to put my portfolio, I know that in my mind, if there is even a 5% asset allocation towards gold, it gives me some sort of peace that I have some money in an asset class that I understand really well. So I think I would always say let it be a 5-10% of your portfolio, not more. In fact, part of the debt piece of your portfolio. However, do remember that gold is a long-term investment, as opposed to a debt fund that or debt asset class that you may put your money in. Recognition of that, and I think I'm just sort of going to double click, on a few points made out there. And I think when women begin, irrespective of everything else, I think really having that emergency fund, as mentioned, is very critical. I double click on that because a lot of women that I've seen actually go through so many circumstances that are not in their control, and they're actually have to, they're dependent immediately on somebody, compromising personal, professional decisions. So I think that is a must. The other piece that we often forget to sort of highlight is a health insurance for a woman. I think a woman, these two will keep your retirement planning or your long term goals sort of working its way while you and I want to, I know this, we're talking about mutual funds and investment, but I would really want to highlight this point. We did a survey in Lakshmi, and we found that 60% women, and this is middle income women, 60% women post COVID had no health insurance. That, I mean, in a country like India, probably not a shocking number, but I think personally for women it is a must. That's the first thing that you should, even if you have an insurance, corporate insurance, make sure that you have adequate to cover yourself, as well as family, for as for like any medical emergencies that may come up, and we know the world we live in. So yeah, gold, I think for me will always, it's something I will ascribe to, but a very small portion always.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.